Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. No, it is called Comedy Cellar Tuesdays with Dave Juskow. I forget sometimes. I've been thinking of a whole bunch of different things today. I don't know. I'm not with it today. I'm confused, but it's Halloween. It's messing with my head. Plus, before we started, I had just heard that Terry Garr had died. David Tell just wrote me and said Terry Garr had died, and
Oh no.
I know. I guess I was thinking about that. Don't mean to start off the show like that, but that is horrible. No one doesn't like Terry Garr.
Yeah.
She did so much funny stuff. And she was 79. And I was saying to Attell, I'm like, well, I guess that makes sense. I mean, she was in the original Star Trek, the original series in the 60s. You know, because she was so popular in the 80s, even though I know she was in Young Frankenstein in 78 or 9, no, 75, 4.
Oof.
Sometimes we forget that's in the early 70s because we think of Tootsie and things like that and Mr. Mom. So she was so popular in the 80s, but she had been around for a long time. And I think about that. It was supposed to be a spinoff for Star Trek. I think it's called Gary 7. I like that episode because it has a black cat. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. It's an interesting episode about time travel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, there she was back in, I don't know, 60 shit. What was that? 65, 6, you know? So 20 years later, she was in Tootsie. So I guess she was a lot older and still looked great. I know she was in The Conversation in 74 with Gene Hackman. She's in all this stuff you probably didn't know or forgot about because we really just kind of, she's an, oh God, this is all coming off the top of my head in 77.
The Black Stallion.
The Blimp movie?
The Black Stallion.
Oh, the Black Stallion. I thought you meant Black Sunday.
Black Sunday.
Wow, yeah, and she was hot and sexy, and Letterman loved her, and that was all during the 80s, you know. Of course, Marcy Tootsie, that's what I'm saying. 82, Mr. Mom, 83, and then Friends in the 90s. It's an incredibly impressive career.
Yep.
It's actually, I feel like she was underappreciated, even though she really wasn't. But her body of work is quite phenomenal. So 79 is pretty young for a woman. Yeah. So bummer. Just found that Tell always writes me with news like that. I thought I was going to see it on Liza Outlives, but no. And normally, hi, Aunt Judy, Anonymous, Marcy, Barry, Scruffy. So nice to see everybody a week late. So nice to see everybody. Oh, don't even start with that stupid daylight savings time. You know, it's been fun that it's been darker at 7 a.m. They just got to get rid of that thing, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly, man. It's been great.
Yeah, I don't. Nobody wants it to be dark at 4:40. No one. It ruins lives. I don't understand what the holdup is for changing it. And I can almost guarantee that if Trump is president, he's just not going to care. That's never going to be changed. I don't think Kamala's going to care either. What?
Days will be 23 hours long.
Right. He's going to change it in a completely different way, which might be fun. Anyway, just to talk about the Comedy Cellar, why we're here. Comedy Cellar has some incredible lineups tonight. The Comedy Cellar down on McDougal Street and on 3rd Street with the Village Underground and the other two clubs, all part of the Comedy Cellar in Las Vegas, is really the best comedy club in the country. It's a fact. I was there Tuesday. I hung out for a while with the owner and his wife and got to see some of the boys. And, you know, I mean, it's such an amazing place. Even if you go there for dinner, you get to see all these comics. It's like kind of unprecedented. It's weird. You could have dinner at the Olive Tree and just run into Colin Quinn or Sam Morril or, you know, these legends of comedy at this point. So it's kind of a phenomenal place. And then go down, of course, and see amazing comedy. It's 7:30 at the McDougal place. The guy we were just talking about, David Tell's going to be there. It's 7:30 with Emma Willman, Maddie Weiner, who's terrific, and Keith Robinson. That's a hell of a show for 7:30 on a Tuesday, trust me. At
Yeah.
7:35 at the Fat Black Pussycat, you got our friend Rachel Feinstein, Dan Natterman from last week, Greer Barnes, and Madame Ferrara. That's a hell of a show that starts 5 minutes after, if you happen to be in the village. At 9:30, we got our boy Greg Rogel, Ryan Hamilton, Ricky Velez, and Jared Freed. Those are some quality shows on a random Tuesday in October when it is the best time to be in New York City during this fall, pre-Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving area. So if you're ever going to come, Marcy, who likes to come in March for some reason, make sure this is the time of the year you want to be here. And this is it only. Really from, I'd say, October 1st, and I'd say later in October, like around this time, Halloween, Thanksgiving, come November 1st. Do not come February 1st until November. Seriously, it's it's awful. But also, of course, our Vegas club at the Rio with the great Mark Cohen, who I know Sarah Silverman was just performing there last week and just stopped by because that's one of our best friends, Mark Cohen. And Mark was like, come up on stage. And she was really high and she was like, and that's what happens at these clubs, at this Comedy Cellar. You can expect people to stop by. You may get lucky and see somebody phenomenal stop by. And that is the beauty of the Comedy Cellar. Well, happy Halloween, everybody. It's really nice to see everybody. So glad to see everybody here because it really is a great time of the year. And I'm just happy to be doing all this stuff. We're going to bring our Mr. Pick again, a winner. We'll talk about that in a second. Our friend Nick Griffin is going to come on in about 5 minutes, and we'll make our picks as usual. And just a couple of things I was reading that, and this doesn't make any sense, and please feel free to chime in. Do you want to guess what the most beloved wedding song is, according to a recent study? What people play at their weddings, which doesn't make any sense because when you're thinking of weddings, you're thinking
Monster Mash.
Maybe this time of the year, and if you're at a very cool wedding. But no, it's a weird one because they're not making it clear. It's a beloved wedding song. So you're thinking when the couple comes out, and maybe that's what it is. But the answer is Whitney Houston, but not the Whitney Houston song you're thinking of. It's I Want to Dance with Somebody, which confused the hell out of me, which is, of course, a delightful song by Whitney Houston, who is the best. But why that song?
I guess because I agree with you. It's like the questions being asked weird.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can understand playing that later, but as a couple, and I guess it has to do with I Want to Dance with you.
I think it's like the song they play at a wedding where everyone's dancing, not where the couples come out and dance.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, but I don't think they're saying that. That's why it's weird. They're saying, I don't know. You're right. The question's asked weird. Marcy says, everything I do, Bryan Adams. No. I mean, you're right. That's a great song, and I love that song. It's overplayed for me because I guess it was my song with a girl. I remember, what was my song with, I think, my girlfriend in college? Barry, what was it? It was, or was it college or after? We had two songs. One of them was slow, and the other one was, I think, Why Can't This Be Love by Van Halen. I was just because it's fucking awesome. I definitely usually have two songs, one sweet one for the girl, and then one that just is awesome. Which of course is hard to find. Rock and roll. New York City is magical. As the homeless have mistletoe hanging, the hookers have eggnog ready. Yeah, New York City. What's up? Love hurts. Barry, why don't you just tell us, what did you play at that awful wedding of yours that I make fun of you all the time? Because Barry, we have a friend from college who none of us really like very much. And he's not a bad guy, but he was Barry's best man, and he didn't show up. and who knows why. He's told me, and I don't remember because I have to put it out of my head because I'm so angry about it. Because Barry is maybe one of, if not the sweetest person I've ever met. And for him to still be okay with this guy drives me nuts. Oh, you're not talking anymore? Oh, thank God. Well, that's right. You told me that. Yeah, well, yeah, but you were talking to him for 40 years after that, which is unacceptable. Now you're not talking. Yeah, this kid's a prick. Good. Now I can just say it. But Barry is too nice of a person. I mean, it's, your best man doesn't show up. How is that not grounds for dismissal forever? I just dismissed one of my old girlfriends, if you heard my podcast 2 weeks ago, coming back from LA, my girlfriend Audrey, because last time I was in LA, she goes, "Oh, thanks for calling me while you were here." And I'm like, "No, I'll definitely call you next time." I call her. I make plans for 11 a.m. And I'm like, "I'll fit you in." And I go there, and she's not ready. She goes, "Oh, we didn't say a time." And I'm like, "Check your text." Made me so angry. I blocked her from everything, and I'm just done. I'm a little afraid of her because she's like evil smart. But for now, I think everything will be okay. She's like one of those crafty girls. She's smart, but in a truly evil way. She told me once, like, I'm pretty sure I could commit one murder pretty good and get away with it, So if you hear that from somebody, yeah, that was the Hallmark movie. How the hell did you know that, Anonymous? That's pretty good. It was, yes. Well done. What else? Oh, so Barry, what was your song at your wedding? Now I need to know. Also, there was a did she come on? Yes, she did come on the show during this time of the year. She wanted to talk about the Hallmark movie. She came up with a chart, like a bingo game for the Hallmark movie, like a drinking game. And it was pretty unforgettable. Oh, Barry, that's so obvious. First of all, if and when I do get married, there ain't going to be no, I am singing at the wedding. And I think I have it because this is why it was like all messed up today. If ever I should leave you, it wouldn't be in fall. I've been doing all Camelot today, like, because I'm talking about Camelot, the Broadway show for my mom's home on Friday. I'm like, I don't even know that show very well, but and all I want to do is show them Robert Goulet in the Simpsons episode where he's like, he's performing at Bart's Treehouse Casino. This is where he started in Camelot. And I just want to show, I hope they get it. And they're like, hey, this doesn't seem like a casino. And he's like, I'm going to call my manager. And Nelson goes, your manager said to shut up. Vera said that? One of my favorite lines of all time. So anyway, apparently this singer Loomis messed up the national anthem at a third-party presidential debate. Now, I don't know who this Loomis is, and I don't think I'm wrong about this. No, Marcy, I'm not talking about, if somebody else is talking about Kirk Cameron's sister. Yeah, she's not on Hallmark anymore. She went to that. She doesn't care for them being politically correct. It's kind of badass, which she was a queen of Hallmark. We're talking about DJ Tanner on Full House, and she believes where she's like, I don't want any black people in my shows. I don't know whether that's the case, but I don't want trans people. I'm not being politically correct. I'm going to go to the American network, and then she can do whatever she wants there. Yeah, it's funny, Marcy. I mean, you're absolutely right. She's it's too liberal for her, and she moved. Yeah, it's really fucked up, and you kind of have to respect it because she's like, I'm not doing I'm not being told what to do, because I guess she's in a position where really she can do whatever she wants. She had a very popular Netflix, the Fuller House was very popular, which she was a producer of. And I guess once you have a successful show, you can do whatever the hell you want. Anyway, I was just talking about this Loomis, who apparently is an indie singer, has about 78 listeners on Spotify. So I don't know how this became news, doing the national anthem at a third-party presidential debate. I guess that's who you get. and she screwed up the national anthem somehow. And the only reason I'm making fun of it because I was thinking of Loomis, and my head goes to Waiting for Guffman, because it turns out the person they thought was Guffman is actually named Roy Loomis, which is Paul Benedict, the neighbor from the Jeffersons. Like, no, you must have me mistaken. My name is Loomis, Roy Loomis. And of course, he's also in Spinal Tap, so he was clearly friendly with Christopher Guest. Loomis is such a stupid name, and to make that your one name is really stupid. Thank you. Oh, Barry, I would totally sing at your kid's wedding. I would absolutely say yes, that's what I need to do. I need, who's Dr. Loomis? Why does that sound familiar too?
It's from Halloween.
From Halloween. And I went to, God, I am gay. I just went to Waiting for Guffman, not Halloween. Also, I feel like there's also one on the Big Bang Theory too. But yeah, I think I need to sing at a wedding. I should be a wedding singer. Is that awesome? I'm certainly fat enough that it works now. Glenn Miller for your first wedding. Marcy, when was your first wedding? 1945? Ho! How you doing, everybody? That's Dr. Loomis. I didn't know that was his name. That's right. That's why he was in Escape from New York. He was in Donald Pleasant. Okay. John Carpenter likes his same people.
Yep.
And of course, this season brings us to talk about, is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? That's the question. Everybody debates, just like is Die Hard a Christmas movie. So, in the director of Nightmare Before Christmas, which is not Tim Burton, he created it, of course, and it's a Tim Burton movie, just like Poltergeist is technically a Steven Spielberg movie, but he didn't direct it, just like Pretty in Pink is a John Hughes movie, but he didn't direct it. The director insists it is a Christmas movie. However, in 2015, he said it was a Halloween movie. So he's going back and forth. And Danny Elfman, who obviously does the voice and the music, says it's a Halloween movie. So we're back at square one again. Nobody knows.
Well, it's a movie about saving Christmas.
So it's a Christmas movie.
I would say it's more Christmas.
I would say it is a fun goth Christmas movie.
Exactly.
And if you air it at Thanksgiving, that's probably where it should be.
Yeah.
Like, don't air it after Thanksgiving, then it doesn't make sense. If you air it just before like from November 1st to Thanksgiving, that's the sweet spot of seeing A Nightmare Before Christmas. And just one last thing, unless Nick is here yet.
Not yet.
We should check on him just in case, because he does sleep a lot and he is pretty stupid. Then you're supposed to go, oh, Dave, I'm sorry, he is here. Amber Rose was at the Kamala Harris Houston rally and said that Beyonce stole her speech. And that is pretty much the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's like a comedian going like, that guy just stole my joke, which has happened before, but nobody's stealing your exact stuff. You have to, if you're really good at what you do, you got to make do. When I was at Uncle Vinny's last year, the guy that went on before me, the MC, was telling my first joke, which was about legalizing pot, which of course is everybody's joke.
Yeah.
And he was even doing like my end line. So I got nervous. Obviously, I don't have that much material, but I couldn't do it. What are you going to do? I mean, it was really messed up, but it happens. So I'm sure that she didn't steal your speech. Meanwhile, I think it's always a mistake to have Beyonce at, or any of those celebrities. This is why people might vote for Trump, because they hate that. They hate it. They hate having Beyonce there. I always say, stop doing that, because it's just, that's why people will vote for Trump. Oh, I'm sick of all these celebrities there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who doesn't like Beyonce? But does her being there register? Do her people vote? And we know Taylor Swift is no help because 13-year-olds can't vote. So It's a tough call. Tough call. I'm just talking about celebrities in general, not so much Beyonce. Anyway, did I perform at the MSG Trump Day? No, I have not. Yeah, and I'm dying to find out about Tony Hinchcliffe too. I need to call and find out what the story was. Very interesting that he was performing there at all.
I think they just paid him a lot of money to go there.
The what?
I think they just paid him a lot of money to perform.
That's what I would assume.
And,
but he does have ties to like Joe Rogan and everything, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
But again, you're complaining. What were you expecting was going to happen? You know?
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say that at the box office movie I cannot wait to see, and it was in third place after Venom: The Last Dance, which isn't doing very well because I don't think anybody cares. And Smile. Conclave came in third. I cannot wait to see that movie. I don't know what it is. I know I'm a Jewish guy, but I love movies about the church. I love it. I don't know why. I love Pope movies and corruption in the church movies. I think that's the best. And I love Ray Fiennes. So I am all in. I think Tony assumed people knew. Well, why wouldn't he assume that? Oh, you're saying that he was Jeff? I mean, he's still. Oh, Anonymous, you saw Conclave and loved it. Good. Great. Can't wait. Can't wait. You know it's going to be good. Why don't we do this while we're waiting for Nick if he ever shows up? Mike, we have a new opening and we'd like to premiere it today.
Yes.
So do you want to play? It was made by this guy. Let me get his exact name. I just call him Tim. But let me get his exact name so I can tell you because it's really terrific. I only met him by chance. He had actually done some. He had done stuff because he's a friend of Greg He's not a friend. He's a fan of Greg Fitzsimmons. And through another friend, he goes, hey, this guy made this for Greg. Could you send it to him? And I liked it so much, I actually sent it to Greg. And I'm like, this is pretty good. His name is Tim Thompson. And I really think you're going to like this a lot. So whenever you're ready, Mike.
All right. Play it now.
It's pretty good, right?
That's great.
Yeah, guy's pretty talented, and I love that it includes the minivan.
Yeah.
So it was like going to AI. I was like, I'm thinking about doing an opening, and I'd like to include these elements. And it was like I said it into the microphone, and it just happened. So yeah, that guy's really talented, and I think his mom passed away while he was doing it. He was like, sorry, I'm late. I'm like, yeah, but you're going to have that video ready, right? I'm the worst. So why don't we also, because we'll wait for 5 more minutes, why don't we also show my favorite opening this time of the year of the Paul Lynn Halloween special just until it goes to the opening with Margaret Hamilton and and him just now. Look, Mr. Lynn, you know very well which day it is. Can we show the opening?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't get enough of it.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. What's the matter, Margaret? Jack Frost nipping at your nose?
Mr. Lind, I've been your housekeeper for 15 years. So will you trust me when I tell you something?
Of course, Margaret.
It's not Christmas.
Why don't you go dust? Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way.
Mr. Liv.
Don't tell me. It's not Easter. Margaret, go prune a tree. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine.
Now, Mr. Lee,
What is it then? Chinese New Year, April Fool, May Day, Payday, VJ Day, Groundhog Day? Smile when I get warm. You can smile, can't you?
I'll give you a hint. It's full of witches and spooks and strange creatures of the night.
Oh, sounds like Hollywood Squares.
We go through this every year. You know perfectly well what holiday it is.
Okay. Happy Halloween, everybody. Whoopee.
It's the Paul Lynde Halloween.
all right. Well, actually, let's show the credits for a second, because you can turn the sound off, but just let's look at them without the Pinky Duscadero. Margaret Hamilton, Billy Hayes, that's Witchy Poo, Billy Barty, Florence Henderson, Carol Brady, of course, Betty White, and Kiss. That's the one. That is the money shot. God damn. That is hilarious. That's what makes the show one of the greatest specials of all time, let alone the greatest Halloween special besides Charlie Brown, which, God damn it, I didn't see it. I didn't see it this year because it doesn't play regularly. I want to watch it. I don't like. Lately I've been watching the Thanksgiving one, which is awful, but I can't get enough of it for some reason. I don't know why. They treat Snoopy so bad. Like, what's the matter with you? You didn't make a thing, and it's like, but I'm a dog. You should be lucky I did anything. It's really pissing me off.
All right. Well, our guest is here.
That's terrific. Just in time.
Hey.
Oh, hi. Hello, Nick.
Good to be here. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
It's almost your birthday.
You know, I went to Israel, right?
No.
Yeah, I was there till last Thursday. I was there for 5 days.
Do you mean Israel, New York? Is there like some town I don't like, Paris, New York, or something like that?
Tel Aviv, Jerusalem. I did it all, baby.
Really? What now? Wasn't that a little dangerous at this point?
I went with Judy Gold and a couple other people, and I figured if she wasn't worried, I wasn't worried, and so I went.
Oh, no. I would have gone if I knew Judy Gold was going. Now it all makes sense. She's the one that set us up with that October 7th exhibit thing, which was great. So you performed there. That's fantastic. That's exciting.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was probably the highlight of my year.
Wow, that's really cool. I've never been there before. That's amazing. I did not know that. I did not know that.
That is wild stuff.
Well, I'm really happy she asked you to go. That's really cool.
Well, it was actually, you know, Avi Lieberman, right?
Yeah.
He sets up a tour through there for a foundation, and yeah, we all went.
Wow, that's really cool. People are amazing there, right? Even though they're at war, they're incredible.
Yeah, really nice, really grateful, very cool.
Yeah, I remember the girls were like that who had been shot at on October 7th at the exhibit. They were like incredibly cool.
Yeah.
As many survivors of whatever happens to Israel are, which is amazing. Oh, that's really cool, Nick. I wish I had known that in advance. I would have had more questions prepared.
Well, that's why you're at the Dubai airport on your Instagram.
That's right. Yeah. I was flying back.
Oh, I see. I didn't. Boy, that's. I was just going to ask, where are you playing? But I missed, where did you come from? So,
Yeah.
God damn, where are you going next? Because if you're going somewhere in Indiana, it's going to be like kind of a letdown.
Why? What happened? Oh yeah, no, I'm going to Lowell, Arkansas next.
Well, there you go. You hit the pay. I couldn't have come up with a lesser town to follow going to Tel Aviv after. I mean, you hit exactly what I was hoping you would be playing after that. Wow, what's it? Lowell, Arkansas.
Yeah, there's a good comedy club there, believe it or not. It's called The Grove, and it's my second time there, or third time there, I think.
I believe it because they're probably dying for comedy there, so they probably love when somebody from the city comes. They probably appreciate it more than a lot of other towns.
Right.
And where are you going after that? I know you usually have a lot of.
Then I go to Dallas. I'm in Dallas.
Wow, cool.
I think
good.
Week. Yeah, thanks.
I'm glad. That makes me happy. Very
Where
happy.
you at Dallas?
The Dallas Comedy Club.
Oh, nice.
They don't have another name for that, or
nope? It's just the Dallas Comedy Club. I call
Are you sure it's not called Chuckles? The Dallas Comedy Club. That's exactly what I would have called it.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, Nick. That's incredible. I don't want to keep you, but we have a lot of work to do here because you must be exhausted from your trip. So let's, I'm going to share my screen, Mikey, and I'm going to open with what has been going on here with Nick in our week 8. As you can see, I am winning, not by much, but by a little. I did very well this week.
Oh, look at me. Yeah.
You went half and half. And you're right, half and half. You're 44 and 44, and the chat room did awful. And Mike is right. I mean, the three of us are right together. It's very exciting. Mike, do I have to stop sharing, or can I show the next photo? I can never remember.
Oh, just you should be able to show the next photo. It should be like an arrow.
An arrow
in the app. There you go.
Oh, that was no. Oh,
no, that wasn't it. I
Wait,
do the left, to the right of the.
No. All right, I'm gonna. Oh,
yeah,
I messed it up.
It was in the same folder. There's like an arrow.
All right, I'll just share again. I don't know. So here is the. All right, now I'm sharing. Here's what happened last week with Dan Natterman in our Celebrity 5 picks. He was awful, but as usual, the celebrities, which includes Nick, are still doing well. I am now tied with them because I had a banner week because I keep betting against the Jets, Nick. I got smart about 4 weeks ago. I've been making a fortune betting against. Are you -7? The Patriots. Do you know they're favored again this week? The Patriots were. That was a mistake. The Jets were favored by 7. What is that? And of course they blew it. They stink. It's over. The Falcons. The Commanders, I got lucky at the end. I don't know, Nick, did you see that? Mike, did you guys see that ending?
Yeah, I saw the ending, yeah.
Yeah, I was at this steakhouse, and it's like, quiet and upscale, and they had the TV on because that was the national game, and everybody went crazy because it was it was I mean, a Hail Mary that works is always going to be incredible. We all lost the Bengals. Sorry, Marcy. And the 49ers, which, of course, was our Mr. Pick, was well underway. And then, of course, as all the Mr. Picks got closer down to the wire, but we won and covered again. Incredible. So, get rid of that. And now I'm going to share again and make the pick. Oh, do you want to show the video, Mike, or does it matter?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. I thought I messed up something as usual. God, I'm such an idiot. Okay, now I am sharing. Although I can't see anybody. I don't know. I never get it right. I'm the worst. This is what I do for a living. Okay, here we go. Everybody can see this?
Yep.
Okay. So, as you can see, we have on Halloween night, we have our Paul Lynn picture up there. Now, Mr. Lynn, I'm sorry, I can't get enough. We have the Houston Texans playing the Jets, and for some reason, again, the Jets are favored. I don't know what is happening. Are they doing this on purpose as a joke, thinking we're going to fall for it? Well, let me just start the thing off by saying Texans in a landslide. Are you kidding? Nick, why don't you go next?
I'm going to take the Texans, yeah.
Yeah, because you're no fool. You see that handsome picture I have of you up here?
They got to break out at some point, don't they, the Jets, or no?
No, I don't think so. I used to think I'm a fan. They're never going to break out.
All right.
They're going to break out against what's the best? The Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think they're playing them this year, but if they did, they're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the way the Jets work. They're going to beat the teams you never think they would beat, and they're going to lose to the worst ones like the Patriots, which is actually the worst team in football right now. Mike, what are you saying?
I'm saying the Texans as well.
Because you're no fool.
The chat is saying Jets.
Okay, that's hilarious. All right, let's go with that. Thank you, chat. I appreciate your consideration, but let's face it. I mean, see, Nick, what I started doing, I was like, I'll just bet against the Jets and these kind of things. And if they win, I can sacrifice losing this. But if they lose, at least I get satisfaction where I'm like, told you, whatever. So whatever. It's like betting against the Yankees. You guys are in big trouble. Now we have Jerry Jones' Dallas Cowboys, who suck, against Ray Charles's Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are favored by 2.5, and I have no problem picking them. The Cowboys stink, almost as bad as the Jets, but they're not as bad. They can still score points. I'm taking the Falcons at home, even though they're better on the road. But I'll take the chance. Nick?
Cowboys.
Now they're due to break out and have a banner game. So,
yeah,
interesting pick. Mike?
I'm going to go with the Falcons, and the chat right now is going with the Cowboys.
Yeah, that makes sense because they're America's team. America's going to have to pick a new team. Speaking of America, we have John Denver's Broncos. And you can see I put bells for Baltimore for homicide, life on the streets.
Yeah.
Baltimore, that is -9. Let me tell you right now, I am taking the Broncos +9. +9. The Broncos are playing incredibly well. I don't think they get blown out. Nick?
I'm actually going to take the Broncos. I think they're I know it's a long shot, but I'm going to take the Broncos.
Well, you get +9 points. Baltimore is beating people up, but only towards the end and when they're pretty shitty teams. And, of course, they lost to the Browns last week. So
just unbelievable.
Unbelievable, yeah. Well, that's because everybody hates who's the quarterback that everyone hates that they got rid of or is hurt? The Browns,
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. So they use Jameis Wilson, and that guy just throws it around, and he either gets interceptions or he gets touchdowns, and there's no in between. Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the Broncos as well. And it looks like the chat is doing Ravens.
Yep, I see that. And we have Kiss, Detroit Rock City, and the Green Bay Packers, who are playing incredibly well. But the Lions are on fire. I am totally all in on the Lions beating Green Bay in Green Bay, but it should be a good game.
I'm going to take the Lions as well. I think they're really the elite of the league, even though the Chiefs have a better record.
Yeah, and the Lions even lost that big defensive tackle, and it doesn't seem to matter. They put up 51 points last week. It was insane. Mike?
I have to say Lions. And
I see Green Bay, a lot of Green Bay. Yeah, I like that they're going the opposite. I like it. And finally, Monday Night Football, which would have been a good game, or maybe still will if these guys are coming back with Mike Evans and Chris Olave. I mean, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Kansas City Chiefs. You're favored by 8.5 points. The Chiefs have not been blowing anybody out. I am taking the Bucs.
I'll take the Chiefs because I have.
That's your team. That's your team.
Yeah.
I mean, sooner or later the Chiefs have to lose, right? They're not going to pull this off, are they? I mean,
No, they're not going to pull it off.
Mike, what do you think?
I'm gonna go Chiefs as well.
And I guess the chat room is all saying Chiefs.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So there are our picks for week 9 in the league where they play for pay. All right. Stop sharing. Now, this is the most important part. Nick, last week, or for, as you know, for 8 weeks, we pick we take the pack of cards and we make a missed pick. We've never lost. Do you remember doing this on week 1?
Yes.
It started with you. It drives me nuts. Thank you. It's not your fault. Plus, I notice when we're live, my sound doesn't work with the music over it. Did you notice that?
I did.
Yeah, I was doing it right there.
Yeah, so maybe just turn it off.
Gotcha.
I don't, because when I edit, because now it's serious. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Last week, Nick, we did the 49ers, totally won. 1 week, Sarah Silverman picked number 8, and it was a double card. We won both. So we're 9-0 in 8 weeks. This is the pack of cards. It is unopened, as you can see. A brand new pack of football cards. We will ask Nick Griffin. Wait, no, hold on a second. Before we begin this, Mike, can you find out who is on bye this week? I think it's the Steelers and somebody else.
1 second.
And the thing is, what I have now, I have a plan in case we were to pick a bye, is I got a pack of Halloween cards that have 3 cards so we can pick again. Unopened.
San Francisco and Pittsburgh.
49ers and Pittsburgh. If you pick those, we got to pick again. But, all right, Nick Griffin.
Yeah.
I need you to pick a number between 1 and 8.
2.
So we could, damn it. Hold on a second. I was still talking. I'm an idiot. Keep doing that. All right. Can you say it again?
How about 2, Dave?
2. All right. 2 it is. And as now I came prepared, I bring a scissor because I'm incompetent when it comes to opening the pack for some reason. And I still didn't open it correctly. Okay. I don't know why I can't. This is when you realize you're an old man. 2 is the answer, which I believe is what Dan Natterman picked last week. Right,
Yeah,
Mike?
I think so.
All right. Number 1 is the Packers. And here's number 2. Here it is. Here it is. I just held it up. I have not looked. What? Oh, upside down. What is that? The Eagles.
Ooh, who would they play?
That's a good question. Wait, didn't we? Oh, yeah. Who are they playing, Mike?
We just, I want to say the Ravens.
No, that can't be it.
No. Sorry. That was something else. Where are they on there? They're playing the Jaguars.
Oh, well, I feel like that could be a win. The Jaguars aren't playing very good, but neither are the Eagles. So that is the Mr. Pick for this week. The Philadelphia Eagles over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Can we make it 10 in a row, undefeated? The Mr. Pick for week 9, Philadelphia Eagles. If we had gone to card 3, we'd have had Marcy's Bengals. Interesting. But well done, Nick. Very exciting. I feel like this can all happen. I think it was a week late who said we were going to lose last week, but he was wrong, as everybody has been. This is terrific. Nick, thank you so much for coming on.
Can I make one request before I leave?
Of course.
Could I have just one more Paul Lynn?
You mean you want me to do a Paul Lynn, or you want to see some of the show, the Halloween special? Wait, let me see. Is it Chinese New Year? I can never remember. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest, Roz Pinky Kelly. And now the band Kiss.
All right, sir.
Nick, thanks so much for coming on again. Congratulations. I'd love to hear more about that when you have time.
Yeah.
And yeah, great job. Good work and good luck in Arkansas this weekend.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Nick Griffin, everybody. He's terrific. He really is terrific. No wonder he was late, probably totally time messed up because of being away like that. Wow. Israel. Now's a strange time to go. I love it. Love that he went representing our great country. All right. So let's do the slides. I got some mostly Halloween animal stuff to show you today. So
All
I'll get
right.
right to it. You gonna play the video? All right. Can you see that I'm sharing?
Yep. 1 second.
Yep.
All right.
That's so funny that Barry goes, I think Nick was a little drowsy. I'm like, Barry, you've obviously never seen his act. That is, Anonymous is right. He's always like, I mean, that's his gag. And I love Marcy said, oh, dear God, don't pick them. They need to change their name to the Bungles. Anyway, here are the last days of normalcy, possibly. The British Prime Minister, the U.S. President, the German and French Prime Ministers, all for some sort of summit. That's going to be different maybe in a week. It's scary. And there is our possible new president working the McDonald's window, which I'm not going to deny is hilarious.
Was it a real McDonald's or was it a closed McDonald's they reopened, like to stage it?
Oh, I did not hear that. I don't know. I thought it was a real McDonald's. I mean, why would they pick? Wow, that would be very disappointing. I would not like that. And I mean, it looks. I mean, how do you just? It looks nice and clean and new. I don't know.
That would be why it would make me think it's not real.
And Anonymous says right after you did that, there was an E. coli break. And I know, just saying, I don't think that actually is a conspiracy. I think there is some. I mean, I think it is a conspiracy. There is something weird about it. There is something weird that happens. But I don't know why. This cracks me up. And of course, it reminds me of American Beauty, my favorite scene in American Beauty. I'll turn it on whenever it's on just for this scene. Because when his wife gets busted having sex with Peter Gallagher. You ever see the movie, Mike?
No.
Oh, my God. It's so great. He's his wife comes up in the booth, never expecting for a second that he got a job at Mr. Smiley and the girl goes, wow, you're busted. And Annette Bening goes, this is none of your business. And Kevin Spacey goes, well, actually, it is her business because she is the session manager. And so it is actually her business what happens at the window. And then that girl just goes, you know, like, so great scene. That's the way I was just picturing Donald Trump. It would be great if somebody goes, it's not your business. And that girl was working there. Like, well, actually, it is her business. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's
the McDonald's was closed until 4 for the event, so all the cars were like vetted.
it's exactly.
I think that was more for safety than.
I get that, but it was actually that's exactly what he did to me on election day of 2016 when he kept me from voting because we vote at the same booth and just made everybody wait outside while he voted, which I've never heard of before. I thought presidents love when it's oh, I'm a regular person. So that still makes me mad. He doesn't
well,
vote.
He's not a regular person. So.
What?
He's an irregular person.
Yes.
So.
It's just so funny that we voted in the same, like that's our voting booth. It's so weird. He does not vote there anymore. Like, where does he? Now is he a Florida citizen?
Oh.
Anonymous says the only reason Dave voted for Hillary. It's true. It's true. I was on the fence that year. I'm not this year. Here's Kamala Harris, who I still wish would wear a skirt once in a while, but doing a normalcy thing, even though I do love the McDonald's thing. This is a new comet that was, I don't know, I want to say discovered, but apparently it's been, I mean, look at it. I think this is in Arizona, but apparently it's been around since since this time. The apes, what do you call that era? Whatever. That comet circled the Earth the last time when we were apes. So we won't see it again, well, ever. We might be some other form. But wow. I love stuff like that. It's incredible. That comet's just been hanging around the universe, waiting to show up. I felt like there should have been more about it. And of course, in New York City, you never get to see any of that stuff, which is a major bummer. Here's just a pretty picture of Kendall Jenner. She really is pretty. And I love that she's a real model and not just using her family fortune like she does her own. That's what I always liked about the Kardashians. They did make their own money. They had either products or they were real models for a period of time. And I don't know. It's kind of, no, there's no more OTBs, Aunt Judy. I went to the last one. In fact, I think I closed it. Me and the guys had a celebration there just before it closed. It was right on 52nd and 2nd, and now it is a Petco. So I still, just to commemorate the old-fashioned OTBs. This is that annoying Liberty Parade, New York Liberty Parade, ticker tape parade, where they just have to stop. They just have to stop these parades. I can't. Thank God the Yankees aren't going to win, and I don't got to worry about that. Because look at this. You see this? This is where the parade started. My office is right to the left. Right to the left. Nobody there because it wasn't the Yankees, just the Liberty, and nobody cared. I'm just saying. Obviously, if the Yankees were going to do it, I wouldn't go to work that day. But it looks like the Yankees are in big trouble, big embarrassing trouble. It'll never be as bad as what happened with the Red Sox where they came back from 3-0, but it's pretty embarrassing and really terrific. This is right here in New York City. It's a giant pigeon that they're saying the pigeons were descended from dinosaurs and possibly might have looked like that, like when they're around. That's right on the High Line, which is surprising. Hi, Catalina. How are you? You're not celebrating Day of the Dead. That's Mexico, right? But I know you guys have one too, no? Or am I totally racist on that? Mike, this is a rhino at the zoo, but do you know what this reminds me of?
I want to say Trading Places. I don't know why.
No, it's
Oh, wow.
I thought you might actually say it because Total Return of the Jedi shit. That's goddamn Muppets stuff. How cool are they? I know you celebrate Halloween, Catalina. I just thought it was something else. Yeah, you missed Nick, Catalina. Oh, so all right, here's the rest of the show. This was a dog Halloween parade in Tompkins Square Park right here in the East Village. And there's some really great costumes. I know we love showing this kind of stuff. So this is a dog dressed as Chucky, which is hilarious. So I just made the rest of it because this is great. Look at this. Here's a dog DJ. And if you look at this next picture, you can see like he's got the turntable. Oh, I love it. And I wish I had known about it. I just would have gone. Look how happy everybody is there. I mean, what's funnier? Look at that girl on the right. She's like thrilled. Because I mean, it's hilarious. I think that's supposed to be Elle Woods. I love the plan. I love people who are very imaginative. Look at this one. You see this? Like a hula dancer. He's got the guitar and the fake hands. I mean, I feel bad for the dogs. They must be. I mean, but that, I mean, let's face it, that's creative and hilarious. Is it just me? I think Marcy's saying she wants to send pics of her baby. They better be dressed up, Marcy. Otherwise, I don't want to see any nonsense. I mean, look at how imaginative this one is. It's the dog is Fay Ray, held by King Kong, and they have the Empire State Building there. That's so funny. And they didn't do anything to the dog except put a blonde wig on him. I mean, that's like so easy and hilarious at the same time. I mean, look at this one. It's supposed to be a horse.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't that great? I'm so angry I missed this parade. I am going to look it up next year and find out when it is, and I am going. Catalina, how did you not know Nick was on? I made it very clear on Instagram he was coming. Don't be upset. You can go back and see it. He loves you. Look at this one. It's so simple and yet brilliant, right? Just put on a little wig and it looks like a lion. That's what I would do for my dog. Like just a real easy one. But I love like this kind of stuff. Isn't that great? These things are so creative. I don't know whether the dogs are angry or not, but I guess they're just happy to be outside.
Yeah.
That's my guess. Fresh lobster. Dog dresses a lobster in a pot. I mean, that is so funny. And I think there is a I don't even know what this one is, but I love it. What is that supposed to? Is it Dracula or
looks like a cape?
Yeah, it's definitely a cape. And so at first I thought it was a Dilophosaurus. But this one, I don't even know what it is.
Toy Story.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's Jesse in the RC car.
Who?
The dog is dressed as Jesse, the girl cowboy.
I have no idea. And what's the car?
The RC. The car's name is RC.
Oh, and this is from the first Toy Story?
Well, Jesse's from the second one on.
Oh, I never saw any of them after the first one.
Oh, okay.
Which I probably should, because you know what? I heard that they got real sad, so I didn't want to see them. Like that third one, don't they walk into the fire together or something? It sounds
third
awful.
one. So there's a part where they look like they're all gonna get incinerated, and then they get saved. But one guy showed it to his mom, but edited it, so that's where it ends.
Really?
He put the credits right before they get saved, and just made his mom think that the movie ended really sadly. Like, oh my god!
Oh, some guy just did it.
Yeah, he showed it to his mom.
Really hilarious. Well, that's why I am not. I don't need to see stuff like that. I just don't. I love this one little statement on Trump. They're eating the dogs. Well, Marcy, are you sending it already? I mean, we'll put them up. I mean, she's talking about it. Meanwhile, she should be doing something about it. Do you know when you talk to Marcy, you can't do what?
She doesn't want them on the show, but she'll send them to you.
Why don't you want them on the show? What is this? You don't want pictures of your dogs on the show? What are you hiding from? This Marcy, I don't know. You know, you call her up and you can't get a word in because her screen door is so loud. She keeps walking through it all the time. It's really annoying. I like this one. I don't think it's from Toy Story or anything. I think it's just imaginative and hilarious.
No, it's Sully.
Oh, you think that's what it is?
No, but I think
damn it, because that's really funny. Oh,
God.
Come on, folks. What? Is that not brilliant? What, Mike?
That's just adorable.
Isn't that the best? He's a chef. He's got a little gingerbread cookie there.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny, right? It looks perfect. What about this one? He's a postman.
Yeah.
Come on. Are you guys not loving this? I was like, I couldn't get enough. And I'm like, all right, this is the rest of the show. This is the rest of the show.
This was great. Little package was perfect.
What about this one? If that dog is indeed wearing a cone to make it a martini, is really brilliant.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's assume that dog had to wear the cone and then they came up with a costume for it. I mean, that's very, very smart. I don't know who these people are. Okay. Anonymous at least is acknowledging that this could be a whole show. Exactly. This is the best one I've ever seen. I mean, come on.
I almost think the dog would float away.
I know. I don't know how it's. I bet you it's easy to walk that way. Like he's probably like walking on air. But here's another. And obviously everybody else felt similar as this was the dog they were all trying to capture. Isn't that terrific? Look at that brilliance. I love that kind of smart thinking. And that's that is the slides for this week. I mean, you just can't do better than going all in on a dog show. I mean, come on, dressed up as people. That's going to work for me every single time. Every single time. Well, that is our show for this week. Next week, we will be back in studio, right?
We should be, although it is election day, isn't it?
Oh, my God, it is. Let's not.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just stay here.
They might be doing it on the channel.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. But, right, it's not like we have to go. I was thinking that exact thing. They might be doing something. So let's stay here. Let's stay remote. Because, yeah, good idea. And we'll just talk about the election and, yeah, maybe we'll have some,
I was thinking they might be on the channel as well, though. So
I was thinking that too. Should we take a break because the channel will be used?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, if you can't go at a different time, then we can just take a break.
All right, so no show next week, which is fine with me because obviously I love having a break and I love coming back blasting. So we'll be back in 2 weeks with a brand new president. Holy shit!
Yeah. Well, we can do if you want to just do a guest to do the picks, we could just do a quick picks episode the next day or something.
I'll put it out on Instagram. I'll figure. We'll talk about it. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Good idea. Good idea, Mike. Right. The picks. All right. We'll figure that part out, and we'll get back to you. But otherwise, yipes. Next week, the Dodgers will be world champions, and and we will have a brand new president. I mean, next time we see each other, oh my God, I am panicked. I mean, oh my goodness. It should be, you can't put a price on this kind of entertainment, folks. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great week. Happy Halloween. And when we see you again, it'll be November. It'll be almost time for Thanksgiving. Again, best time of the year. Make sure you go out, celebrate fall, have a good time. And Mike and I will see you when we get back in 2 weeks. See you then.